This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News, news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
So let me ask you this then. Let me ask you about spreading nationally, but it's really locally still. I'm just want to get your impressions on the Walter Scott thing in South Carolina. It seemed like he, was a victim of the child support system, the way they got things set up for us in terms of child support. And I know you made some comments earlier about the way they do things in Memphis. But what is your take on that case? I mean, about him getting shot and also about him running away. I don't know why he ran away, but I'm assuming it's
maybe he was smoking something he shouldn't have been smoking. But, it's crazy. See, that's another incident of you don't count if you don't count politically. Nobody cares about you if you don't influence what goes on. Mm-hmm. You could be the overwhelming majority in an area, but if the majority doesn't vote, nobody gives a damn about you. Mm-hmm. You don't count. You get 22% to come out and vote. That's who counts, because that's who puts the person in charge in our place.
And before you go, I just want to wrap up the Walter Scott thing, because you were a former prosecutor. And I want to know from your experience and what you have seen with the Walter Scott situation, will Michael Slager get charged? Will he be convicted?
I have no idea. See, remember, you can't trust today's media. They're about ratings and entertainment more than accurate reporting. Today's media looks like tabloid journalism. It's not accurate. I would not render an opinion on what I think is going to happen based on news media, because probably what you're hearing is not what actually went on. Trayvon Martin and Zimmerman, they got to talking about the castle doctrine and no retreat and all of that. But you see, what the media got wrong is, who had the rights of no retreat? It wasn't Zimmerman. It was Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Usually what would have happened in a case, 99 out of 100, Trayvon Martin would have been the defendant. He would have been an adult. He would have been armed in Florida, and he would have shot Zimmerman to death, and he would be defending himself with a self-defense theory. And he didn't have to retreat. When Zimmerman's getting his head pounded into the sidewalk, by his own admission at that point, Trayvon Martin had seen a pistol. Trayvon Martin was the victim of an assault, unprovoked assault by Zimmerman. So Zimmerman is still persisting in the assault when Trayvon finds he's got access to deadly weapons, which can kill or seriously bodily injure him. He has a right to take Zimmerman's life, and he's doing it, pounding his head into the sidewalk. Right. He had a right to do that. Now, the DA doesn't worry about black votes because we don't vote in that area. But there are a lot of Cubanos from the first generation that Castro threw out of there back in the 50s. They came, and they vote. So Zimmerman was a Cubano, descendant of the first generation, the first wave that came over. And they played it for his benefit. That's what you rely on the media. Everybody's talking about no retreat, we got to change this, and castle doctrine. That only applies if somebody got shot inside the house or inside the yard. That is not what happened.
Oh, man. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I would be remiss if I had stated an opinion without having some detailed information that you do not get through the media.